Gotham Knights. I'm not entirely sure who willed this game into existence, but it exists. So, let's give it a crack. Did I need to wait that long to figure out if I had epilepsy? I've spent 65 quid on this game. My country's economy is literally on fire in a ditch right now, so whether or not that turns out to be a worthwhile expense will be proven over the course of this video. Gotham Knights. Before we get cracking, I wanted to give this game a go because everyone was expecting the next Batman Arkham game, however that was going to fit, before this was announced, and then it was announced to be this, and honestly it was a bit confusing. But let's defragment this video file. This is the strangest main menu I've ever seen. Wait, it's one of those games that won't have one, isn't it?
If you're watching this, I'm dead.
That's a cliche. Oh shit, he's been shot. I thought he was supposed to have armor, Batman. What's that about? Bloody hell, he looks worse than I do after I've eaten a doner kebab and woken up at 5 AM needing a shit.
We are done, you and I.
Unknown Assailant, the best DC villain of all time. This man's about to murk Batman. As cool as this cutscene is, it outstayed its welcome about 20 minutes ago.
I'm not afraid of dying. I'd rather keep my humanity.
Cinnabit lad. Oh, he's back. He's still going. Batman's alive. Batman faked his own death confirmed. Although he has been impaled by a glowing green sword. That can't be good for the bowels. He's looking at all the suits of his mates, going, yeah man, these Z-list DC superheroes will be able to save the day. I'm now gonna die. In the event that a green wizard appears in his cave and kills him, Batman's rigged his house to blow up. I think it's safe to assume he's pretty dead. Oh, that is his entire gaff as well. Really? The full shebang? Everyone shows up at the same time, wearing ridiculous costumes that were in the cave a minute ago, but whatever.
If you're watching this, I'm dead.
We've already been over this cliche.
This is a code black. This message was automatically triggered when I destroyed the cave and everything it contained.
There's no longer a hand in this glove. There's blood, though. Strong noise. Oh no, he is dead.
Nothing we do is easy.
A variation of Batman that we were introduced to 3 minutes ago is already dead. And by 3 minutes, I mean 30 cutscene minutes ago. Now, who's gonna fuck him first?
You can't count on the GCPD. Haven't trusted us since Jim died.
Wait, James Gordon is dead too? Of course he is. Why am I even questioning this?
I'm leaving you the Belfry as the base of operations. Some of the technology is outdated, but it has the gear you need and all of my files.
Some of the technology is outdated, which is game speak for, oh, and by the way, there's going to be an upgrade in gear system, and this is how we're introducing it into the story.
A mentor. And
Is that Alfred? Everyone's dead, but he's still kicking, so everything's good. There's balance in the universe. Right, first we've got Dick Grayson. He's a gifted acrobat, rapid combos, escrima stick expert. He's a stick expert. We've got Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, expert hacker, tough as nails, single target bruiser. We've got Jason Todd as Red Hood, brute strength, powerhouse brawler, master marksman. We've got Tim Drake as Robin, stealth specialist, tactical genius, bowstaff prodigy, and snivelly little bit. So we'll go with you for now. You seem the coolest. I mean, it was either that or Red Hood. The two costumes that don't just look utterly fucking absurd to begin with. Is this where the gameplay begins? My first thought process is, of course, it would have been cool if we got to introduce ourselves to the mechanics playing as Batman, you know. Having this prime fight with Ra's al Ghul to set the gameplay tone. But, whatever, you know, it's just a cutscene. There's no benchmark now. I don't know what I'm amassing to. Ooh, I can parkour at speeds. I'm going to jump down and do that again. He's got a big jump. Look at the state of this. Yeah! I can swing my sticks and do flashy kicks. Swinging my sticks, flashy kicks. But I still can't find somebody to suck my... Yeah, flip it away. Whee! I'm an acrobat. What's the directional acrobatics like? Wasn't really what I was going for. Okay, that didn't really go the way I thought it might. Ooh, I've got a big floaty jump because I'm a big floaty boy. That was it. That's the gameplay for the entire game. Back to cutscenes now.
Kirk Langstrom.
Right. I'll call it in on the way to the morgue.
How do they not notice him there? Like, it's not difficult to spot a bloke on a roof. But then again, I'm probably the only person who goes about in real life looking up expecting there to be a fucking Batman chilling. Oh, long grapple.
The balcony doors are open. That's my way in.
Does this not stink of a trap to you, sir? Vending machine. Twat it! Striking this vending machine, not resulting in it becoming damaged and therefore a pack of, like, Pringles popping out, is a massive loss. I'm actually ashamed that that is not in this game. I'm ashamed for the developers. No, it's fine. What am I on about? I don't understand why this game, of all games, is capped to 30 frames per second. But this corridor has a nice atmosphere to it. Hey, it's cinematic. I'm not going to complain. If I wanted 60 frames guaranteed, I'd certainly play it on PC. And even then, I don't know. I mean, PC ports / builds for new releases are typically very shit. In today's episode of I am going to hatch a plan to sneak into my dad's bedroom and steal his anal beads. I'm going to attach them to the ceiling fan with Gorilla Glue. It's not like he's going to come downstairs and be like, who stole my anal beads? You know what I mean? Where do I go from? Scan the marks on the floor. Scratches.
These marks are suspicious. I wonder what made them.
Well, considering the bloke has turned up dead, I'd imagine anything would be suspicious right now. That being said,
All I have is dead end so far.
suspicious
I
marks.
feel like this might turn into something.
Count me in. Right, when do I get to have a scrap with somebody? That's always been like the pinnacle of Arkham games. I understand this isn't trying to be an Arkham game. I understand that it's its own universe, it's got its own thing going on, hopefully. But it's still got the hallmarks of an Arkham game in the sense that it's, well, you know, it moves a bit like one. I do wonder to what extent that will be. Yee! Okay, that was very floaty. Well, that's not suspicious in the slightest. Tutorial, investigating crime scenes. Who puts a keypad on a microwave? Bro, this is like the pinnacle of workplace pettiness. You want to heat up your lunch? Well, tough. Pay me money. My logic is it's not going to be the thermostat and it's not going to be the microwave because the thermostat has a use not being a passcode to a secret door instead of an actual fucking thermostat. And the microwave has a function besides from being a passcode as well. How else are you going to heat up your dodgy doner kebab? Right, the passcode was the microwave. That's kind of concerning. I've never seen that before in a game, and by that I mean a microwave with narrative significance. Anywho, it's just a dark room. Oh shit! I didn't see that coming. Flip down the corridor to keep me safe. Might be booby trapped. Boy, is that a Sasquatch? Yeah, this doctor was a fucking weirdo. Right, where's the violence? I need senseless violence, please.
Might have some answers.
He just stuck that into his arse. It went, right, I'm going to bang that in my arse. It's the only pocket I have. Right, I open this door and then there's a giant monster. No? Well, that's disappointing. Give me a giant monster. Oh, well that's convenient. Finally, a fight. I'm loving the intricate criminal dialogue we get. Right, boss, it's time to stick him to death. Oh, there's a health bar. I mean, of course there's a health bar. I mean, what video game combat system is complete without your enemies having health bars to take away from actual visual cues of how much damage you've dealt, and also to justify therefore being a damage sponge. Not in this guy's case though, but I'm sure later on it's going to become a real issue. Let's see how it goes, because you never know. Right, well, that was just senselessly violent. Choke him out, you muppet. Hello there. It's been a right pleasure to watch you attack nothing. You're literally attacking the floor. Fuck it. There you go, that's more like it, Nightwing. That's how you should be reacting.
The average temperature when something lights on fire is between 424.
I like how she continued a sentence for a minute there.
I'm a professor of sentence.
I just wanted to hurt him. Well, this guy's going to get done in. He didn't fucking notice me. Whee! Bang! There's no combo meter in this. So far, when the health bar is only really there as a service, I'm only level 1. That guy's a level 1 or something like that, I presume. I'm sure later on it'll become a right pain in the dick, but for now, it feels alright. It's a bit lofty, it's a bit, I don't know, it's light and weightless compared to how old Arkham games were. I can't complain. This guy's got a strange, funky little look. No fireworks for you, dickhead. I missed. Well, that worked. I don't think it was meant to, but it did. He's having a dance before lobbing his Molotov at that chandelier specifically because it hurt his feelings.
Hostages. Better make this quick.
Where did they come from? Really take into consideration that I haven't figured out this combat system. Okay, right. Less of that, sir. Right. Listen, hostages, it's going to take a fat minute, alright? Has this guy got headphones in, is he? He's in a tricky situation, but he's committed to the base. I respect that. That is a large man. The classic enemy archetype of this is a gigantic man. You've seen him once, now you'll see him again 20 times. He's got a 50-pound kettlebell, and that's his weapon of choice. Oh, he is a damage sponge as well. Not too bad, though. You know what? I'm going to say, yeah, it's accurate that somebody that size would probably take a couple more hits to the belly. Aim for his face. Thoughts so far? The introduction of health bars is concerning. Combat is okay. It's not Arkham combat. The game's not really trying to be that, I suppose, but it's, you know, it is what it is. Right, off you go, Fed. I'm going to do this like a normal civilian, see what happens. Are there civilians in this game? Outside of playable area, you are taking the piss. Right, this thing's going to tear up the streets at rapid speeds. Oh fuck, I accidentally... Yeah. Hello, civilians! I'm here to be friendly! Fucking die! I love that I can hit civilians, and they're more resilient than criminals. If they only knew this, maybe they would be the ones committing crimes. Where's my bat cycle? Oh, it just appeared out of nowhere. Okay. Saying, bro, I'm about to defeat this paramedic.
Hey, you're the vigilante.
Suck me off, you prick. I can tell when I'm making hard contact and send them all running for the hills. I'll go in here. Oh my god, they've disappeared. There are NPCs in the open world that aren't harmful. Definitely a nice thing, but it's a shame that every time you start abusing them, they disappear into dark rooms. My concern is this is the top speed of the bat cycle. How do you catch criminals when you aren't even breaking the speed limit? I don't know, I just ran somebody over. Don't worry, it's my first day as a superhero. I promise I'll get better at it with time and practice. Yeah, do donuts on the bat cycle. You know you've always wanted to. Do it until the tire explodes, bro. Look at my perfect nut of dough. Don't disappear before I get back to you. Hello, bobbies. Oh no, they don't like me. That's no good. Right, I'm leaving. I thought we was boys. Whee! I'm being chased by the police. It's alright, I only need one of the wheels to function properly. Well, the police chased me back to my hideout, but they'll never know we were here.
I've put in a small fix that should hold for a while.
It's Alfred.
Wasn't sure you were coming, Alfred.
And Alfred can't exactly set this place up alone.
Indeed, Miss Gordon. I have a list of supplies we'll need. I could do it on my own, but...
What's a
it would be
game
faster
like
if
this
I had
without a
help.
fetch quest?
You can count on us. We'll give you...
Kill me! I got 2000 XP. All I want to know is which button opens the abilities menu. Ah, that would make sense. Right, my apologies for being such a fool. Second gripe of this experience so far. So it looks like there are different ability trees for different characters. And, you know, these ability trees obviously come from leveling up and playing as that character, I presume. And then there's momentum abilities. Oh, I suppose these are like special moves because it's an RPG sort of style combat with the health bars and things. So you've just got to hope that you find ways to build that up quick, otherwise later on in the game you are going to encounter damage sponges, I presume. Yeah, but my gripe here is you don't need massive skill trees for games like this. I don't really know why it needed it, but here we are. And while they're not huge, if you can imagine there being 4 of these and they've all got like 4 different trees within them, so that works out at 16 separate skill trees, 4 to each character. And then you've got momentum abilities to assign as well. And then of course then you've got gear where you can change your suit, your melee weapons, your ranged weapons, and I'm sure that you'll have to micromanage as well. Then you've got random numbers that tell you the power, the health, the defense, the melee damage, the critical chances and how much damage it does with a critical hit, the range damage and the chances of the critical hit with that versus how much damage a critical hit does. If you have to micromanage that later, it's going to be a little bit annoying. Maybe the game will prove me wrong on this, but I've never seen a game really tackle that in this impromptu RPG sort of style that doesn't seem to lend itself to an RPG with what's going on. It doesn't have to be. It's not a game that needs to be. This is actually kind of satisfying, this movement here, but in a game that doesn't necessarily need to be an RPG, but forces it anyway, as I think Gotham Knights is trying to do. I'm sure more playing will lead me to a greater conclusion. I do think that these systems are designed to bloat the game and make it take longer rather than to enhance the experience in any way whatsoever. But hey, I might be wrong. I mean, I'll give the game a chance to prove itself to me, of course. North Gotham, New Gotham, and Historic Gotham. I'm in Historic Gotham at the moment. And then there's Lower Gotham, and all of it is low. Defeat criminals to gather clues. Vague objective.
Nightwing?
Sorry, I'm here to do you in. You're a criminal.
Nightwing? Why is he here?
To kick the shit out of your jaw. I'm not sure why there are emotes here, but I know there's like an online co-op to it, so I suppose it's for basic communication for people you're not actually speaking to in real time, but are playing with. I don't know, but I always find it to degrade the tone a little bit. Have I found a nice bar? I like this bar. I'm gonna bust some little moves. My one-man party up here. Defeat criminals to gather clues. Nope. Bust a little move on a rooftop terrace with no friends, listening to god-awful echoes of what I only assume was Once Upon a Time music. Now what happens if I jump off this building for no reason? Oh, he saves himself. You see, Batman would just take the fall like an absolute champ, but Nightwing, he's not cut out for this. He's running down the street. Can I get run over? Do you reckon that's a possibility? Just drive, dick. Nope, I couldn't get run over. Nope, I can't get run over by the 7th identical van I've seen today. I found criminals doing things, but I don't know where they are. Nobody invited me, I invited myself. Because I have no friends and I've come here looking for... Oh my god, I've been machine gunned. What's grab? That was senselessly violent. I've gathered clues from that somehow. It doesn't even explain how this gets me clues. I don't know. It just seems a little pointless. It's very much so a bloating of whatever's going on with the narrative, and we're not even 5 minutes into the game. Okay, another failure in my quest to get run over.
And I've got textbooks to pay for right now. I know a guy who might be able to fix it cheap. Thanks, but I think it's done for this time. I need to get myself a new one.
Whatever conversation that NPC just had, it didn't make any fucking sense. Can I get hit by a train? Is that a train? Which side of the tracks is it on? Right, I'm ready, take me to God! Even the train stops for me. I can't get hit by a car, can't even get hit by a train. I'm miles away, bro. Can you get killed by the train in Gotham Knights? No, you cannot. I'm finding little locations, and that's kind of it. The map doesn't really tell me anything, which is... it's fine, I suppose. There's no criminal activity going on down here. The nearest criminal activity is nowhere. There is no criminal activity. I've gathered some clues. My only objective is defeat criminals to gather clues. Clues on what? And which criminals? It is simply just a flimsy, semi-fake narrative excuse to have you go and do vapid nonsense. But then again, that's kind of what I was expecting. Like, I found one crime in progress, gathered one whole clues. Now I can't seem to find any more clues. I appear to have found a hole in this van, so I can sneak on in. I wonder what's down here. I don't know how I got here, but I'm here now, so hey. Yeah, I presume it becomes relevant later, right? This car's got its hazards on. Don't know why, but it does. Yeah, there we go. I figured it out. Saying, bro. 'Tis I. I figured out how to find crimes, and so now I fight the crime. Oh my god, Molotov. Right, that's a crime. Look at all those clues I've gathered that amounts to one whole clues.
Here. Happy to report we're now fully operational. Before you head back, though...
You got something, Belfry?
The hard drive from Langstrom's lab requires a biodecryption key.
That sounds like it's in his body, which is at the morgue.
Yay, now we're gonna go break into a police station. Fucking love it. Let's go. I believe after the first night I'll be able to unlock playing as a different character, and then we'll be able to see how those sort of like fare. I am curious to see how the game feels gliding around as Batgirl, though. Surely that'll be the closest we get to feeling like Batman. I'd imagine she can glide, otherwise... Oh no, they're going to lock it behind progression, aren't they? That'll be the most perverse thing that they could lock behind progression. Just... fun. I love breaking into police stations. I do it too often. And then I write creepy letters telling people what I think of how they've got their offices set up. I'll just scooch in this way. Bonus, remain undetected. Well, that would be a nice bonus. Sneaking, sneaking. I am stealth. It makes more sense to not kick the shit out of the cops. But let me guess, now I'm going to have to sneak around. I have a question. Why does this place look abandoned? I don't want to be detected by the criminals.
Eat this student body! Barbecue! I better get over there! Make it spicy!
Oh, well, I have been detected.
I've got an officer. Freeze! This is a restricted area.
Clear out the GCPD with fucking pleasure. Battering civil servant. That's our plan B. I should have just zipped up here when I had the chance.
Now would be a particularly bad time to be spotted.
Will you stop giving me shit? Bad enough, I'm writing.
Now would be a particularly bad time to be spotted. Zips about. Right. Are we finally at the morgue?
Whoa. Did someone knock out the forensics team?
Keep your guard up.
Oh no, somebody's knocked out the forensics team. Who did it? Who's this? Molested a corpse. Fucking weirdo.
Belfry, Talia Ghul is here.
Cremate him. Yeah. Sin a bit Ra's al Ghul.
Might be hard to bring Raish back if he's Ash, Talia. Even a Lazarus pit has some limits. Wait. Why was he after Bruce?
Well, okay then.
Ninjas.
It appears that Langstrom died slowly and painfully. That's ideal. Does he have to piss on his phone? That would be funny. We solve it. We've solved it. Crime investigated.
He hid the data in a glucose meter that reads his blood.
Oh shit. Oh fuck, I'm literally trying to open a door. Hey! I've abscondiddled! I've returned to safety. I stopped 0 crimes and rescued 1 citizen. How I managed that? I don't know. Oh look, we don't have our silly costumes on anymore.
We should also hit the streets. Find out if anyone had any beef with Langstrom.
Sweet. Time to bust some skulls.
Alfred is the villain confirmed. Imagine if Alfred is the one behind all this. Craft a new melee weapon using the workbench. That sounds pretty fun, to be honest. What's this?
Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, expecting Bruce to call me for help. And then I remember. I thought it might have been one of you calling just now. I was worried. Old habits, I suppose.
This is a bit too early for the emotional conversation, I think, but you know what? A for effort. Craft the stock tonfa. Yes, I have the stock tonfa. Complete interrogation training. Batman! He's back!
Better start talking.
I'm talking!
Much obliged.
That was a great interrogation. Right, it's time to do some gliding. Look, I have the cape and all that. Let's do it. Wait, what? It didn't work. All I can do is zip about. So I can't even glide even as Batgirl, who has a cape that would theoretically be capable of doing it. Hang on, let me Google it. To unlock Batgirl's glide ability in Gotham Knights, you need to talk to Alfred at the start of the mission 1.3, Weird Science, and then complete the Knighthood challenges for Batgirl. This can be done early into the game and isn't too hard to do. Okay. But surely to Christ, just give me the ability to glide. How has Batgirl forgotten this? Let's go see how she fares in violence. I can't glide, but I can jump about like an absolute mental case. Whee!
Heads up! We got company!
Hit me! Oh wow, these are damage sponges. Fucking Assassin's Creed Odyssey-esque combat. I got some clues. right? Criminal in hiding. Criminals are preparing to commit a crime. Take them out before they can put their plan into motion. Oh, so these are the knighthood challenges. I've got to complete time strike training and stop premeditated crimes and defeat minibuses. Yep. No, I'm not doing that. Give me something of substance, I beg. Okay, this is worth it for the clues. This random thing that they drop after I deplete their health bars for some reason. You just set fire to your pal, you dick. Give me a cool animation. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. I can deplete your health bar with safe batarang distances.
Get back here.
This shouldn't work, but it just did. It'd be funny if he started returning fire on my batarangs. I think he is actually doing that. Oh, he's throwing summit. This is just an absolute cheese of the combat system. How do you do the combat in Gotham Knights? Well, you sit on a roof and you lob batarangs at people, yeah? Well, that did something. Die, dickhead. Oh no, I just got chinned. It definitely doesn't have the satisfying feeling of the open combat in the Arkham games. And it will get compared to it because it's got a very similar framework, even if they're trying to be different. And that's because it doesn't seem to flow. There's no combo like meter or anything like that. There's just numbers flying off as you hit people. Instead of feeling cinematic, you just wind up with this choppiness. That being said, it isn't terrible. It's alright. Oh, right, okay. So, that is a premeditated crime. Gotcha. On the visual front, the game doesn't look terrible. But it certainly doesn't have the aesthetic of Arkham Knight. I feel like this game is certainly being pulled in several directions with its art style. Like, in some places you think it's meant to be a bit more light-hearted, then you get stuff like that, where it's like, oh, the shadowy tower, and look at all the smog that seems to just gravitate around it and then stop. I think it's like a poorly blended smoothie, if that makes sense. So it looks a bit bitty, rather than being nice and smooth, whereas Arkham Knight was very much so blended to the point where it was foggy everywhere, it was atmospheric, and it didn't feel like these were environmental cues to mark locations. It just felt like a flush sort of environment. If that makes sense. I mean, it may not. I may be talking up my ass, but I get a feeling there are some people who know what I mean. Right, let's become Jason Todd. Christ, he's a hench boy. Look at the state of me. I'm gigantic. Satisfying moment it hits a corner. I can't believe they've done this. No, it's never going to hit the corner. Never again. But what's this? Spy Hunter? I've done a thing. Right, okay, so don't cross the trees. I'm not sure what I'm doing. So why is that here anyway? I didn't expect that to be there, but hey, whatever. I like it. Melee weapon pistols. What do you mean, melee pistols? Here we go! It's me! Oh, these are high-level criminals. High-level criminals? Give me double XP! Right, he's sluggish as anything, this Red Hood fella. But at least he can shoot people. Look at how many bullets it takes to shoot this woman to death. At least there's a reload in this. Okay. He doesn't even have flashy moves, he just punches and shoots. You'd think that trained by Batman he'd do more than punch and shoot, but hey. Stop breaking into the car, this is a crime punishable by death. Face justice. The Glock of justice. Batman will be pleased. Such riveting combat. I feel like Deadpool without a sense of humour. Okay, that was unnecessary. I can shoot civilians and they will not die. The amount of bullets that are in your rectum. So the total amount of ammo is 30 rounds, right? And I've buried at least that into your backside. And he's still going. So these are either shit bullets, so that's a really resilient pedestrian. Umbrellas are a crime! Embrace the rain! Right, there's one last character I want to check out before I give you my first impressions and then go to sleep. Hello Robin, let's see what you've got to say for yourself. I crafted myself a better bow staff. As for abilities, I'd like to equip that. And elemental decoy, no. What about this? Critical damage by 20% increase. Oh, nice. Bang, it's me!
Looks like we have a Robin.
I probably judged Robin too harshly at the start of this. About to get banged, fool. Yeah. Yeah, Robin actually is kind of good. It's not enough time to get an accurate judgment of the entire game, but based on what I've played for this video, my opinion is that Gotham Knights is a game that exists. I don't have anything really bad to say about it. I don't have too much amazing to say about it either. It is very much so just like it's generic, I suppose is the best way to put it, because you've got all these systems, you've got a world full of just random things to do, and while I haven't really got into that, you can tell that it's going to be absolutely crammed, especially considering if we go over to challenges and things like that. You've got all sorts to do. You've got knighthood challenges, and you've got different training challenges here that you need to complete. You've got gear that you can upgrade, you can change your suit as well. You've got abilities to invest in, and whilst you do unlock skill points that will transfer over so that you are keeping every character in step with one another, you've got what is effectively 16 skill trees to micromanage there, even if they aren't too bad on their own. And your enemies have health bars. The combat is a little bit less impactful, a little bit less weighted as the Arkham games were, and I understand it's not trying to be that, but I don't know what it is trying to be, I suppose. The content is generic when it doesn't necessarily have to be. Like, they could have gone in any direction with it. They didn't have to necessarily opt for these almost like industry standard things that people grow disillusioned with very quickly. Then you've got the mission tracking, the side quests, all sorts. I know, I prefer when there's meaningful side content over, you know, what is effectively some objectives being as stale as defeat criminals to gather clues. Like, how do these criminals have the clues? What is a clue? Is that got a narrative significance, or is it just there? Like, there's a lot that I don't get. But at the same time, it's not the worst offender in any of these departments. It just is a game that exists. It's quite enjoyable for what it is, but I do think it probably does miss out on being amazing as a result of it playing like an RPG when it doesn't need to. It could be anything. But I suppose that's the direction of it. And there's a crime going on down there, isn't there? But look, I'll keep playing it. I'll keep seeing what the crack is. Maybe I'll do a review. The reviews aren't really my thing, but I've had some fun with it. It has the shortcomings of every game that has these systems ever, and you know, and that is that it feels less personal. You feel less involved in the narrative. You feel like you're just playing it because it's a video game that you play. You don't get invested in it so quickly, and it may be a bit early to say that, but it needs to catch you from go. And this game doesn't catch me. It doesn't catch me from go, necessarily. It just feels like an RPG, or a game that uses content to disguise it as an RPG, when in reality there's no real role-playing to it. All these characters are set characters, you know. There's no dialogue options, whatever. It is just you are Robin, you are Batgirl, you are Nightwing, you are Red Hood. There is no variation from that. I don't understand why it's then got all these RPG elements for the sake of it. It feels like it has these elements because it's what games have these days, rather than because it serves a purpose. And as a result, it actually subtracts from the actual purpose of what's going on. And that's just my thoughts this early on in the experience. I'll definitely like to see how it does later on. I reckon I'll stream it a little bit, because the game isn't bad. It just is, it just exists, and that's kind of it. But yeah, no, thank you all for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends, all that wonderful stuff. That'd be awesome. And with any luck, I'll be seeing you all very soon with another video at some point. But until next time, please take care and goodbye.